supernatural. I get running through my fantasy.
Hi people. For the past 5 weeks, I've added a new type of workout to my life other than, balancing internet fame and a glamorous social life called circuit training. Circuit training is a specific type of weightlifting where you complete a single set of different exercises in a row, then repeat that order of exercises multiple times. So for example, if I had to do lunges, squats, and RDLs, I would do 10 reps of lunges, 10 reps of squats, 10 RDLs, and then I would go all the way back to the start with 10 lunges over again, and you would repeat that how many times fits your schedule. The goal is to do all of this with a minimum amount of rest time in between, and as a byproduct, kill Julie in the process. The specific type of workout I am doing for this Never Have I Ever is a Mari Fitness guide. I am not associated with that company in any way or Mari as an influencer. I just genuinely wanted to try this workout program because I have never done circuit training. However, my love for weightlifting in general is not new. Unfortunately, last year I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that affected both my mental and physical health for the worst. I struggled really hard with weight gain, depression, and anxiety, and weightlifting is what I turned to in my time of stress. And that love was only intensified when this whole panini happened and a whole host of new stressors were added to the world. When I would weightlift, my anxious, obnoxious brain would finally be quiet, and that was something I really, really needed. It has become one of my favorite coping strategies till this day. I can't really totally express how much weightlifting has changed my life. Before I ever started this channel, when I was still in college, I weightlifted every single day after a whole year of stagnation and complacency. I was able to lose about 25 pounds and gain so much in mental clarity. But I think the biggest thing that weightlifting did for me, it gave me confidence in my abilities and efficacy as a person. And as someone who is coming out of a terrible depressive episode, that was something that I sorely needed in my life. My backstory with weightlifting is a huge factor in why I decided to use a guide made by Mari Llewellyn. Mari is a fitness influencer who is most prominent on Instagram, but also has a channel here on YouTube.
Good morning! Welcome back to my channel.
When I was going through a really, really tough time in my life, her content brought me a lot of solace. Mari is a huge proponent of mental health as she struggles with borderline personality disorder, or BPD. While I do not struggle with that particular disorder, her talks of struggling with mental health, and in particular anxiety, resonated very strongly with me. I appreciate her being so open and honest about her experience because it helps people like me who are also going through it. I am very excited for this Never Have I Ever. This is just a really special one to me. I don't normally talk about mental health very much, but it's a huge passion of mine. Without further ado, never have I ever done circuit training. I purchased the home workout guide from Mari Fitness, and that came with 2 home workout guides. But for this video, I'm only going to discuss workout guide number 1. 2 booty bands that were 2 different sizes. I got a medium and a large, and they're both like black bands with the pink logo on it, and access to Mari's Facebook group. Mari's first home guide dictated that I would be working out 4 days a week for 5 weeks. Half the days being arms and abs, and then the other half being legs. Each circuit consists of about 5 to 6 exercises, and the overall circuit would be repeated about 4 to 6 times. I chose to do only 4 repeats because I'm a little baby. But trust me, just doing 4 circuits was enough to feel it, especially in the beginning stages. My arms are extremely sore, so I think I'm gonna try 10 pounds today, although the last time I did weightlifting, I think I did about 20 pounds. If it gets too late, I'll switch to 15. The fact that you aren't supposed to be taking breaks in between honestly didn't help. The only time you get a break is after the second or third circuit, so the halfway point. At around that time, I'd set a timer for about 2 to 3 minutes depending on how tired I was so I could rest and get some water. By the time I got to week 2, I was getting really used to the workout and I started to really enjoy the structure of it all. I'm someone that's very methodical about working out. I work out about 4 to 5 times a week without fail because it is one of my go-to strategies when it comes to dealing with anxiety. But I didn't realize how much I would enjoy the setup of circuits specifically. This workout was great for me. I knew that I could take like no breaks in between each exercise, so that really kept me on task and focused. And I knew that somewhere in the middle of the circuit would be the hardest part. It would be the hardest exercise of the bunch. And if I didn't die from that, I knew that I could complete the rest of the exercise with no problem. One part that I really struggled with and I did not particularly like was that there were certain exercises that were supposed to be done until failure, meaning just however much you could push yourself personally. The entire ab section, which would be an arm days, so you would do your entire arm circuit, and then at the bottom of the PDF, it would be like, okay, now you're doing ab circuit 1, 2, or 3. There are 3 different ab circuits. All of the ab sections were until failure. Just the fact that I could go on forever and that I didn't have a certain number in mind destroyed my motivation to complete those exercises. Nothing against Mari, and I'm not trying to discourage anyone from giving it a try. It just didn't fit with my personality. At first, I just felt really incompetent, but like, hey, working out is finding something that you can consistently finish and that you enjoy. It's a very personal growth and journey to finding what you like and what can work for you. I was like, okay, you know what, if I don't like it, I don't like it. But I was like, let me just try one more thing. So finally, I decided to try putting a time limit on my ab exercises. So instead of saying until failure, I would be like, you know what, I think I can do this exercise for like a full minute. So when I would do the crunches, instead of going until failure, I would see how many crunches I could do in a minute. And then when I would repeat that each circuit, I would try to beat the amount of number I got within that minute. That seemed to correct the problem for me. It was like kind of a challenge for myself. Like I could try to beat myself out every single time I did the circuit, and that seemed to work for me, and I continued to crush the ab exercises. So that was a little kind of adjustment that I made on my own. Now, this wouldn't be a complete Mari fitness video if I didn't attempt to make a Mari salad. One of my favorite things about Mari's content here on YouTube is that her food recommendations are bomb.
One of my favorite snacks, and I'm literally addicted to this, is the Skinny Pop popcorn butter version that you put in the microwave. This was a recommendation that I found through Mari, and I am so grateful because this has great macros and it also just tastes amazing. It tastes like regular popcorn. I love it.
Back to the salad. I got this recipe from Mari's Instagram.
I'm trying to make my lunch. Here's my avocado, but these people came in and now I have no room. I'm gonna include that. I hope you know that.
No.
Say your name. No. I am gonna.
It requires 1 tuna can, olive oil and lemon juice, your dressing of choice, peppers, cucumbers, half an avocado, goat cheese, boiled eggs, and then on top of all that, salt and pepper. I couldn't find goat cheese though at my local Wegmans. I don't know if they have it, but I swapped that out for feta cheese just because I love feta cheese and I know that it is a great source of fat for me, so that's the only adjustment I made. Okay, that's a lie. I made one more adjustment I totally forgot until now. This sounds really weird, but I love eating tuna as a snack because it's such a great source of protein. I'll mix a can of tuna, some avocado mayo, mustard, and relish. Mix that all together. Oh my god, it is so good. And I eat that with like some lettuce or some crackers or just on its own, honestly. It's really good. And so in this salad, I added that whole mix into it instead of just like a plain tuna can, which is what Mari does.
I changed my outfit because it's an arm day and I'm about to do the workout. But I just wanted to say that salad was bomb. Like honestly, I think I'm gonna add that to my regular diet. It was so good. But I think I'm gonna remove the guac. I'm so sorry. Not the guac, the avocado. I'm so sorry. But I'm just not an avocado person. I think it just makes it feel really mushy. I just don't like the texture. I can't even get past that. I'm gonna nix the avocado. But the whole salad, like everything, oh my god, so good. Please give it a try. It's amazing. I'm sorry I didn't like go through the whole thing and I didn't react in person. I was just freaking out over episode 7 of WandaVision. That's what I was watching. If you know, you know.
Mari does talk a lot about how working out and diet are a huge part of her physical health. I really appreciate her discussion of how those aspects relate to her mental health as well. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about how physical and mental health are related, and they often place value on the former. Because of my life experiences, I had to delve into learning both of those aspects of my health in a reactionary sort of way. I learned that weightlifting would improve my strength, my bone density, power, and overall body composition, but it would also serve as a healthy outlet for my anxiety and stress. I learned that therapy was necessary for addressing the root cause of that anxiety and stress, while addressing some negative feelings I had towards my physical appearance. I learned that journaling about those negative feelings towards my body would help rewiring my thoughts to be more gentle and forgiving. Forgiveness towards my body is a long-term project of mine, it seems. Even now, when I'm speaking, I'm not just worried about what I'm saying, I'm devoting brain space to thinking about how I look while I say it. My specific autoimmune disease has radically changed my physical appearance. It makes it very easy to retain weight and a little bit difficult to lose it. As a result, I often see weight as more than just data. I see it as my self-worth, as success or failure, as progress or regression.
The last 3 days have not been the greatest. But the last time I worked out was Friday and today is Tuesday. Basically, I got the second dose of my vaccine. The woman who gave me my shot was like, listen, you're gonna feel like you got beat up. And she's like, you need to go home, you need to ice your arm, you need to take like Advil immediately. And I was just like, okay, lady. I was like, nurse who's completely qualified to tell me what to do. No. I think I'll be fine. Spoiler, that did not happen. I really felt like exactly like she said, I felt like I got beat up. Sometimes you just have to take a few days off in a row, and that's not conducive to your goals, but like, that's realistic. I got to a point yesterday where I was just like, I have this really nasty habit of basically like, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I kind of slippery slope all the way in my head to like, all your progress is gone, everything you've done is gone, none of this is worth it, you're backsliding, like all these terrible things, right? And that's an anxiety response. That's something that I deal with. And the reason I'm sharing that is because maybe someone watching also struggles with this. I'm not really a glass half full kind of person, and so in this example, glass half full would be like, okay, you didn't work out for 3 days, you got 3 days of rest. You're getting a vaccine that, you know, you're extremely lucky to have. You had a whole nice weekend of not doing your routine, and rest can be restorative, and like, you know, those are all positives. My mind tends to go to glass half empty. You missed out on so many workouts. You know, you could have felt so good about yourself. You didn't edit the video you were supposed to. You didn't post the day you were supposed to. You didn't film this video when you were supposed to. But my therapist was like, you know, she's like, I don't even want you to aim for like glass half full. She was like, that's not realistic. She was like, I want you to see life as a 12-ounce glass with 6 ounces of water in it. When I heard that, my mind was like, oh, okay. I was like, I think I can do that. So in this example, 12-ounce glass, 6 ounces of water. Yeah, the last 3 days were not great. I ate like crap. I didn't work out. I didn't film, and I didn't edit my videos, and I didn't get them up on time. But, you know, that's not gonna last forever. Today, I feel back to normal. And right now, I'm gonna go for a walk outside, and after I come back, I'm gonna continue with circuit training. The fact that I am now cognizant of these types of thoughts helps me in working through them, and it enhances my ability to get past them. On the worst days, working out and taking care of myself can seem futile. Like,
my situation has me trapped in some philosophical type of determinism. But those days always pass, and I'm able to get back to working out and training because I realize that working out is just as much for my mental health as it is for my physical. It reminds me of how much I can accomplish, how far I've come, and how much those negative thoughts really don't have a lot to offer me. I'm finally working outside today because it's more than 20 degrees out. Currently on week 5, which is awesome. It went so fast. Also, I have a full beat on. Ignore it. You guys know I do not normally put on a full beat for a workout video. I felt a lot better today, and I think it had to do with the fact that it like finally was sunny outside, so I was like, let me, do myself and my mind and my brain a solid and work out outside today because I know I'm gonna feel better and I should be sitting inside all day. So let's get to it. When I got to week 5, I definitely had a big appreciation for the routine of the Mari Home Guide. I felt like it kept me very much on task and focused. I would definitely use this guide again in the future, and I'm definitely going to be trying Home Guide number 2 since it did come in a bundle together. I'm very excited to delve into the next one and see what that one has to offer. Pros of this guide: absolutely the structure for me. It is also only 4 days a week, so if you're pretty busy, this is a great way to kind of introduce weightlifting and to add it into your schedule. A big one for me is the fact that this is a great intro into weightlifting. And Mari herself said that she designed this program to be very buildable. So the difficulty increases as the weeks go on, and this is a great way to get your body adjusted. So if you're very new to weightlifting, don't be intimidated by this program. On the flip side though, as someone who is pretty active, I found that the cardio was very lacking, and I'm used to doing a lot more cardio than this guide had to offer. However, to be fair, I checked out Mari's Home Guide number 2, and that one does have a cardio schedule. Huge shout out to Mari. I'll include her links in the description. Fully believe that the content that you consume is a huge part of your mental health, and you should follow people who make you feel better. Mari is one of those people for me. Her page brings a lot of good to my days. Sorry if this seemed a little biased, but I gotta be honest, okay? Definitely, form your own opinion. Go check out her content. Prove me wrong or prove me right. Go do it. Go take a look. And lastly, I know I was pretty heavy on the mental health in this video, which is a bit different for me, but it is something that I am personally very passionate about, as you can probably see from my background. And since it is Mental Health Awareness Month, I wanted to talk about, this kind of stuff because I feel like there's way too much stigma and not enough, people being open and honest about these kinds of things. And if someone watching this video can feel even incrementally better than they did before about their mental health, then that's worth it for me. Never again can I say, never have I ever done circuit training. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.